July 23rd, 2024. Daily Bread. Passage 1 Samuel chapter 25, verse 32 to verse 44. Key verse 33. Title: David takes Abigail as his wife. David said to Abigail, "Praise be to the Lord, the God of Israel, who has sent you today to meet me. May you be blessed for your good judgments and for keeping me from bloodshed this day and from avenging myself with my own hands. Otherwise, as surely as the Lord, the God of Israel, lives, who has kept me from harming you, if you had not come quickly to meet me, not one male belonging to Nabal would have been left alive by daybreak." Then David accepted from her hand what she had brought him and said, "Go home in peace. I have heard your words and granted your request." When Abigail went to Nabal, he was in the house holding a banquet like that of a king. He was in high spirits and very drunk, so she told him nothing at all until daybreak. Then in the morning, when Nabal was sober, his wife told him all these things, and his heart failed him, and he became like a stone. About 10 days later, the Lord struck Nabal, and he died. When David heard that Nabal was dead, he said, "Praise be to the Lord, who has upheld my cause against Nabal for treating me with contempt. He has kept his servants from doing wrong and has brought Nabal's wrongdoing down on his own head." Then David sent word to Abigail, asking her to become his wife. His servants went to Carmel and said to Abigail, "David has sent us to you to take you to become his wife." She bowed down with her face to the ground and said, "I am your servant, and am ready to serve you and wash the feet of my Lord's servants."
Abigail quickly got on a donkey, and, attended by her 5 female servants, went with David's messengers and became his wife. David had also married Ahinoam of Jezreel, and they both were his wives. But Saul had given his daughter Michal, David's wife, to Paltiel, son of Laish, who was from Galim. Daily Bread Message. David was impressed with Abigail's good judgment in persuading him not to shed unnecessary blood. They parted in peace. When Abigail told Nabal what had happened, his cowardly heart failed him. He was paralyzed and died. The Lord struck him. God is the giver and taker of life. When David heard the news, he realized the Lord had brought his revenge upon Nabal. When he restrained himself from retaliating out of his rage, the Lord brought the wicked man the judgment he deserved. David proposed to Abigail to be his wife, and she accepted. It was a romantic story of a future king and a beautiful and wise woman. But Abigail was not David's only wife. Saul had given David his daughter, Michal, as his wife, and now David also took another woman, Ahinoam of Jezreel, as his wife. The Bible does not encourage polygamy, yet it tells the history as it happened. Besides David's troubles from the many sons he had from different wives, this chapter describes David's human character. He had a hot temper, although he desired to be right before God. He responded well to spiritual advice based on truth. He also tended to take whomever he liked as his wife. Prayer. Father, you know my strengths and weaknesses. Discipline me to make me a useful servant. One word: the Lord is in control.